When I think about him, the first thing I think is a smile, and that he loved people. He just totally loved people, and he liked to tell a story. He liked to laugh. He liked to be with people, and he was a hard worker and a dairyman. We had the Dairymen's Association in Santa Maria. He was the MC. And we'd have to eventually get the microphone away from him. So those are the things that I remember about my dad. One of the times that he went into the hospital, when he was in there for a while, it became apparent that he couldn't go back to where he was before. That wasn't going to work. And so I was so lucky that at that time I had heard about the Magnolia house, and I knew Chuck and Margie from way back. And so I called Margie and asked if she would consider having my father move to their home. And so she came and interviewed him and said yes, she thought it would be fine for him to come out there. And it was the best thing that ever happened. It was perfect. It was perfect for him. He came back to life. He smiled again. He was so happy. And he had lots of girlfriends there. He liked to, he was always a ham. He liked to tease, and it was great. I would drop in just whenever I was by, and there never was a time that I went there that I wasn't so happy that he was in the Magnolia house. He just, it was the place for him. And his last year there, it could not have been any better. Absolutely could not have been any better. I have so many pictures that we took out there, and every one of them, you can just see it. He is just totally, totally happy, and we were happy. My family, my husband and I, and my children, his grandchildren. We just used to, I never worried. I never worried when he was there. I knew that he was home atmosphere, the home setting. I think that just makes such a difference. You don't feel like you're someplace in a bed, you know, or in a room, you know. You feel like you're home. When we found out that he could live there and that he was fitting in, that everything was working, we knew that that was going to be where he would be for all the rest of his days, and that gave us like just tremendous peace. And we knew that we weren't going to have to find him another place to be, and we knew that he was going to be well taken care of on the important last days of his life. So no, it was a definitely the right place for him and for us. Another thing that was so nice was that there's pets at Magnolia House, and I know one of the times when I went to visit, the cat that was there, it was on his lap, and he told me that that was his cat, and that it loved him, that especially loved him. And I know there was a cow, and and we used to sit out in the patio, and the birds would all come to the bird feeders and stuff. It was just such a relaxing atmosphere, and that I think that loving animals and being able to have animals around you, it just made such a difference. And that was another feature that was, it was just really good. Food. That's another thing. It's just like good old-fashioned home cooking. And it was just, so I enjoyed it. Whenever I went there, was lucky enough to be able to have a meal. So, you know, and my dad loved food. He loved to eat, and he had totally enjoyed his meals there too. It was a big relief for us, and because before, whenever the phone would ring, I always knew that there was something wrong. There was a problem. The other facility, they would call me constantly to come over and see my dad, because he was either in an argument with someone or something had happened. I never got a phone call. Never. When he was at Magnolia. It was always, everything was good. And the family days, the holidays that they had, where they invited all the family to come and be with their oh, we had so much fun at those. And we felt like we were part of the family. And I got close to a lot of the other Haitians that were there too. You couldn't help it, you know. Their personalities came out. It was really, really good. And the other thing that I have to say, that my father actually played the accordion. He got well enough to play the accordion while he was out there. And I mean, that was very, very special, because he hadn't been able to do that for years. So that was our experience, and it was great. I'm just so happy that that's the way things turned out.